Well, that's good.
Hey, welcome back to LeijaLift. I'm Juan.
I'm Victor.
And this is LeijaLift, where we podcast before we lift. You can find us on Instagram, Juan LeijaLift _,
and Victor Leija _.
and you can find us on eliteathlete.online, right up there. And woofpack.store.
Woofpack.store. I thought you were going to keep going.
Do you have it running, or
yeah,
is it working?
Yeah, it's
all right. Woofpack.store for your pet, cat, and dog needs.
No birds.
No birds allowed. Sorry. And then where else can you find us? I think that's it for now, right? On YouTube. You can find us on the podcast. You can find us on the go. You can find us at HEB sometimes.
Always.
Shopping. Yeah, so I think that's it, right? We've narrowed it down. We get more concise every time and stuff.
We get better at it.
Yeah. So let's see, where will we start off? Spurs preseason is over by the time we're recording this.
Yeah.
They did better their last two games compared to their first three, I think.
Yeah, but I think they played the starters more the last two. So the first three were really just kind of like a I guess, test.
Yeah.
For all the backups.
Yeah, they definitely played the starters a lot more this time. Versus the Rockets and versus the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
But I think they started looking a lot more like the starter team versus the Grizzly. I think they're still playing around with like the starting lineup.
Probably.
And I think even at that, the first game is the Knicks, so. So they can like still have preseason extended.
Considering their team.
Yeah, they can still extend their preseason another game. What'd you think of the Spurs? Did you even get to watch any of the games?
I only caught the highlights because every game was always when I was at work.
Yeah.
But they looked pretty good. I mean, overall, we'll see what the official starting lineup is whenever that time comes. But I'm sticking to my previous lineup that I said. I still think that's my opinion the best option.
Which one is that?
DeJounte, Damari, everything, LaMarcus, and Jakob.
So I think yesterday they played. They played Forbes and Lyles instead of Jakob and who else? Carroll.
Okay, I mean I could do the Carroll is interchangeable, but I think Pirtle is definitely our starting center.
Yeah.
Trey Lyles is also a power forward, and he's more of like.
But I don't think the Grizzlies have like a big man either, so maybe that's why they.
No, I think they only have Jerry Jackson, which is power forward. I don't really think they have a good center.
Yeah, so I mean, because Jakob got like 11 rebounds or something.
Oh yeah.
That. So yeah, so they don't have like a big man. That's just and then that did show you the defensive play that DeJounte Murray had.
Yeah,
what do you think? Yeah, James Harden.
Yeah, I know you were talking about people said that Harden took him out, but no, in my opinion, I think DeJounte had perfect defense on that play. So perfect that he couldn't even score on him. So I think that he kept up with him. It was a little bit of a stutter, but he was just switching positions to kind of like move his hips into, because if he's going right and you're facing left, he's gonna go around you. So it was just switching positions more than anything. And I've done that in basketball games, and it happens all the time. It's just the fact that it was James Harden dribbling that it looks like, oh, he crossed him up, but he didn't even get past him. He didn't blow by him. He couldn't even score. So in my opinion, I think that
DeJounte took it back the other
clamped defense.
Yeah, then took it back the other way.
Yeah, and then he went and scored. So I'm taking DeJounte's defense over James Harden's offense in that play. Yeah, 100%.
All right. So they better lock him up for the next couple of years right now.
Yeah, I mean I would, but then it'll be different because who was playing defense on Westbrook?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess DeMar, because he's got more height, he that would be okay. He's not great defensively, but he's got 4 or 5 inches on him, so that could help.
Or anyone more athletic, you think?
I mean, DeMar's probably the most athletic, besides DeJounte.
Yeah.
That can guard him.
Yeah.
Lonnie. Yeah, they're about to Lonnie Walker can be actually really good. He's pretty good defensively, so.
But is he tall enough? Or
I think they're both.
How tall is Westbrook?
6'3".
Yeah, Lonnie I think is 6'5".
Yeah, Lonnie's 6'5", if I am mistaken. So yeah, no, we could do that. Both DeMar, Lonnie. Because you definitely need DeJounte on James Harden. Anybody else will get cooked.
Yeah. And then moving on to fantasy football.
Win.
Loss. I'll take the
Oh
L.
man.
But I will say I lost my number one tight end in the league, so he didn't even get a catch. So I had a goose egg from him.
Was it an injury or was it? Oh,
I think he tore his Achilles.
Oof.
Yeah.
So it's time to start
So
looking.
now I gotta find like tight end's already hard to come by, and then I gotta go look for a tight end right now. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I mean I have Travis Kelce, but with the return of Tyreek Hill, kind of hurt his production the last 2 weeks. But I got the W. I told you as soon as Tyreek Hill comes back, it's gonna be better for me. And then Kareem Hunt coming back hopefully in like 2 games, that should also give me a boost.
Yeah.
But Tyreek game 1 back caught a touchdown. He had like 100 something yards, so he gave me a good like 14 points, which is pretty damn solid.
Yeah, that's what you needed.
Yeah. So
it's on first place by like 5 points. Because I think
5 points.
Roel, I don't know how Roel caught up to me.
I'm telling you, his defense, that defense he had.
I have the second best defense, so I'll take that. The only thing I have going for me is I have 2 of the top 5 scorers in the league.
Who do you have?
Jackson, QB, and then I have McCaffrey, RB.
Oh yeah, McCaffrey.
So I have that combo going, and then I have the San Francisco defense, which is pretty solid too.
Oh yeah, defense. Yeah.
And then I don't know who else did I have. And I had my number 1 tight end, but now he's
had.
Now.
I mean, but you said McCaffrey. As long as you have McCaffrey, you can be in a competitive standing.
Yeah, if
he basically took over. It was Kamara like 2 years ago, and it was Saquon, and he's hurt right now. But now you have McCaffrey, and McCaffrey's on.
Well, then Saquon's coming back this week. So
I think. Hopefully, Kamara was just rolled out yesterday.
Is it you or Rolly have him?
I don't have him.
Rolly has him. Yeah. So I'm still winning.
Oh yeah, Rolly. He was the first pick, and I was second.
Yeah. So I'm winning by points, but like by 5 points because of my tight end going out. And I played against Roy last week, so I would have been ahead by 2 wins if I would have won. But no.
Well, I also for this week. Well, coming into this week, I got yesterday. Alvin Kamara was rolled out, so I got a ticket hit there. So we'll see how that goes.
No.
I had to put in Montgomery, I think Chicago running back.
Montgomery.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I have Mixon, but Mixon, their line is so poor that I think he's averaging like 3 points a game. So I think he has to play now because of the injury.
What are the standings right now? Do you got your phone with you?
Somewhere.
Oh man, you gotta go look for it.
Let's see.
Let's go stats, man.
I don't know where I'm at, and I don't really want to see.
Where are you at?
I'm in 6, but I'm tied with 3 other people, so that's not bad. It's just by points, and it's due to the 2
we're down by a lot of points.
Well, yeah, but it's only due to 2 weeks where I didn't even get 90.
Well, I'm tied with the top 3, but I'm up by points. I'm up. I would say I'm tied. I'd say I'm tied right there, pretty much.
After this week with his defense, actually no, Patrick Mahomes only gave him 9.
Yeah, because he hurt his knees out.
So you actually might be able
he might take that L this week. Let's see who we playing with. Oh, it depends who he's playing.
Who?
Roel. Who's he playing?
Okay. We're scheduled to lose.
Yeah. Better come through though.
Oh no, wait, that's mine. Sorry, that's me.
Never mind.
And I am scheduled to lose because Travis Kelce.
All matchups.
He's playing Chris.
No, but Chris is not a team this year.
Well, he's scheduled to only get 86 because Patrick Mahomes went out with an injury.
Well, he better do something. He's got
Keenan Allen.
What do you got? You got a few points? All right. You better take over though. You better win too.
I mean,
I'm counting on both you and Chris to take over, so I can take over my number 1 spot. I can still get that W. So
well, I'm hoping for it. But Travis Kelce usually he was giving me like 10 to 12. He only gave me 4 because but didn't have when having both of them kind of like
Mahomes is out too. So.
Well, that too. But I mean, it still won like 30 to 3 or something like that. So.
But you still have Tyreek Hill, so you're still getting those points.
Yes.
So it's okay.
Yeah, I'm okay. But Travis Kelce's production obviously took a hit.
We just gotta see if you're gonna make the playoffs. So you gotta go.
I mean, I'm tied, so
you gotta be in 4th place to get the playoffs. So you're in 6th.
We're halfway through the season.
That's true.
And I'm tied for that playoff spot.
Yeah.
So I think
anything can happen the second half of the season.
I mean, once Kareem Hunt comes back, Kamara is off injury, and maybe I can maybe get my rhythm going again.
All right. Yeah, I see you. All right. Anything else with fantasy football?
I think
Anyone
about
else?
that.
Lifting wise, you're looking a little small now.
Well, I mean, I'm down like 27 pounds, but
Since when?
From about February, March.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it better not be in a month.
No. It's been a long time coming. I just when I got to that 200, I was like at 203, 204, and I felt really, really terrible, like unathletic. I don't even think I could run a mile under like 7 minutes when I'm used to doing like a 6-minute mile.
I can't even
so
do
it was
that
really,
now.
really bad, and so I just felt I felt strong but out of shape.
Why are you running miles under 6 minutes?
Because I could.
When are you doing that?
Oh, I mean, I could run like a mile within like.
Are you running away from something or?
No, just keeping my heart healthy.
Keeping your heart healthy.
Keeping my heart
under 6 minute miles.
No,
that's pretty
not
good.
under 6 minutes. Like this between like 6 to 6:30 was like my.
That's pretty good.
Best range. Like that's where I want to keep it because otherwise I'm focusing too much on cardio and.
Yeah.
So to me that was just like I felt really unathletic. I felt bad, so I said, you know what, time to go down.
Yeah.
But I actually feel 10 times better than I did before, even though of course I'm down 27 pounds, but I feel a lot better. So
that's good.
I'm actually debating on this upcoming week starting to bulk again. So
gain some mass.
Yeah, but I kind of don't want to lose like the leanness.
Well, you find a way to do it. That's what you gotta work on the macros and nutrients. That's what this podcast is about, so you can figure out how to get the best.
Oh, it's possible, but when you're bulking, gaining fat is inevitable. There's no way around it. The amount you gain is, of course, all due to tracking your macros and so forth, but there's no way around gaining it.
Yeah, you're gonna gain fat.
That's why I'm like, I don't really want to do that, but I know it's part of the process. So
yeah.
But I'm actually just as strong, if not stronger now than I was 30 pounds ago. So that's actually a good thing.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
So I'm pretty much, how do they say?
So you maintained your strength.
Yeah.
But lost.
If not gained in. Yeah, actually I think I gained a lot because I've also been working a lot of by tips from the physical therapist here. Working on the grip strength and the like wrist strength and all that stuff. So I was able to stabilize a lot better.
Working on your positioning on the bench stuff.
Yeah,
like stabilizing.
Oh yeah, that's been a huge thing. So I've actually dropped the weight on that one, pretty significantly. Like the most that I would really go is like 165, 170, but that's completely like, keeping a strict form. And now I'm back up at 200s pretty comfortably for a couple reps. So
without pain.
Yeah, without pain.
Okay.
Because I've also taken more of a warm up period.
Yeah.
To help.
Because you used to have pain with that weight.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Good.
So now it's.
How long did it take you to get there, though?
I mean, I never pushed it to test when I got there, but it's been, probably the better part of 6 months of working on it.
So all y'all over there trying to get those quick results, gotta steady.
Yeah, so I tapered down, and I did notice a little bit of like of loss.
We're not lifting as much.
And well, in strength specifically, but I gained a lot more in stability and endurance. So where I could, let's just say I would do like 185 for 5 reps, I can do like 8 now, and just like I've noticed, while I might be doing less weight, I can do the same weight more.
Yeah, and those are still strength changes, right?
So yeah. And that's going to come with 30 pounds of loss. That's a lot to lose.
Yeah, but now you can lift the same weight you were doing pain free with 30 pounds less.
And I think it's only on the bench. Because even on the dumbbells I can still go heavy and still get it. Actually I can get more reps now, so strength increased and decreased.
But it took 6 months.
Yeah, it's just due to I know that I had those issues, and I know that you recommended that, so I said, you know what, if you want to do something, you want to do it right. And so I could stick to the heavy and continue to mess up my shoulder, or I can, kind of step back and then make more progress in the long run.
The goal is to do it for a lifetime, not try to push yourself for like a year and then be out for 2.
Yeah, so
because of pain.
Even down to like the shoulder press, I could shoulder press, 70, 75 pound dumbbells, but that was not, optimal. So I'm like doing 40s, maybe 50s, and doing them a lot more strict and working overhead press and things to help my joints. But like I said, I take more of a warm up period, so I do more to warm up. So when I get there, I'm more prepared for it.
Even right now, when I'm doing over press, I'm doing like 20 with one side, 25 with the right, and I'm doing like 50 with the left. So I look like an idiot.
You know, I thought about doing that, and then I've seen people do it, and I was like, maybe not. But now you say it, maybe I won't be embarrassed, because I thought about doing that. I've seen people doing it.
I mean, I'm sure people look at me like I'm an idiot, but that's what I'm doing. Because again, if I go straight to 50s on the right side, I'm gonna be out for a week. So
yeah, people also aren't physical therapists.
That's true.
They don't know.
Yeah,
you don't know what you don't know.
True. And you also find ways around not being able to bench press. So gotta work on like some.
I know there's a lot of people that don't even bench in general.
Chest is getting all flabby now because I can't bench press with the shoulder.
Well, I don't know if you tried it, but my favorite, like, more new addition to my chest workout is a single arm dumbbell.
Yeah, well, like, I do that.
But no, not holding two. It's like a stabilization. So you're only holding one. So I'm like leaning more on this side.
Come on, bro. What do you think I am? I've been doing that.
That's like my new favorite chest workout.
Yeah, because you also gotta stabilize through the core.
Yeah, I did it with one of my friends, and when he's usually doing like 60s or 65s, he wasn't even able to get to 35 on it. He's like, "Why is it so hard?" And I was like, "Because I'm doing
70s with one arm, bro."
I only go to like
not my right side, but the left side.
I only go to like 60s at most, but yeah, he noticed the difference, and so I think that's definitely something he's at it now. So it's cool. I hear it.
But even at that, I can't do like as much with the right side. But I'll do like that's more isometric work where I just hold it and still get the contraction, but not going through the range because then going through the range is gonna hurt my.
Have you tried warming up with cables?
No, because that range is gonna. It's going through the range that's gonna hurt it. Yeah, so I do more isometrics. What else? And we got the pre-workout today.
Yes.
All right. So this is Victor's. What do we call it? Cooking
connection? No.
This isn't cooking.
Yeah,
unless you're cooking math.
But
we don't want to cook math on this channel.
No, this is just I guess. I don't know.
New product alert.
Yeah, so this is one of two actual like pre-workouts that I will use and only use.
Get it close.
And it would be MTS Clash right there.
Yeah.
MTS Clash is actually one of my favorite. One of the two that I will consistently use and say that I will like stand behind. You get obviously the 5 grams of the creatine, 20 servings, and you get 6 grams of citrulline or L-citrulline, should I say. You really only need 4 grams as a clinical dose, but 6, a little bit more doesn't hurt. That's just going to give you a better like blood flow. So that's actually, in my opinion, one of the most, if not the most important ingredient, either citrulline malate or L-citrulline, pretty similar, but that's probably the most important. And you also get 200 milligrams of caffeine, so it's not overly powered, but you get enough to give you that kick. I feel amazing on this stuff, and creatine, probably the best in my opinion, just because the Creeper is a German creatine, and that's the one that all studies have been done on. So if you're gonna, get creatine, get the one that has been studied and not just a bunch of random creatines. So that's why I like that one as well.
All right. And where can they find this?
And you can get this, and actually, where I get it on tigerfitness.com, which is the actual, I guess the brand.
Yeah.
It's the person and the brand that actually makes this as well. They have a lot of other products that you also, also for you to check out, but this is their product, and I get it on tigerfitness.com.
All right, sweet.
And I know you've used it, so how do you like that?
I like it. I only use like a third of the scoop though, and that's to get me like feeling
pretty good.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, it has tea cream in it, or is that the other one?
Not sure, but
I don't think this is.
You would know better than I would on that.
Yeah, no, it'll show it on here. I think it's a different one. I would say it has tea cream.
But like a third of that, and I'm good. I'm solid. I can go work out for an hour or so.
So you feel pretty good then with the third scoop?
Yeah. Or decently, yeah.
It does only come with 20 servings, but as you mentioned, you don't need the full scoop. I don't even need the full scoop, and I'm pretty tolerant to them.
Yeah.
So it also only has 200 milligrams. So with half a scoop is like my go-to, but if you want to always start with half a scoop and work your way up, you never want to go all in and regret it.
Yeah, that's all you after that. So now moving on to the hip. So today we'll cover injuries to the hip or that would maybe warrant a surgical approach. So that would be something more that would require further imaging, right? So like an X-ray or an MRI. So going over two things. First off, going over anything that is loose in the hip or called loose bodies. So that would be any kind of structure that's floating around in the hip, whether it be like part of bone, cartilage, ligament that's floating around in the hip that might cause pain. Now, reasons to warrant something like this might be like a catching, a locking, clicking, the hip gives way, you have a lot of stiffness, or you have limited range of motion. And again, all these things, don't try to self-diagnose. It's better you go to either a medical doctor or a physical therapist that might send you to a medical doctor that might require, if they think that it might require further imaging. And like I said, an MRI or an X-ray, depending on the tissue, right, that's loose in there, would be better for one or the other. And again, those are called loose bodies, or something that anything that's loose that's causing irritation inside of the hip. Another way would be anything like a femoral acetabular impingement that can be caused by either two things: a cam or a pincer. That was I did this. I know I did this. Cam or a pincer. I was like this. So cam, there are abnormalities more with the femoral head or the part of the femur bone that sits in the acetabulum, and that can be due to overgrowth of the femoral head, and that would be more of like cleaning the area out or smoothing it out to make it smaller, depending on how big it is and how the acetabulum looks. So it can fit it in there a little bit better, and those have really good results. Usually more in males too, with femoral head, and then the pincer is more with the acetabulum being overgrown. So too much bone growth or growth of the acetabulum putting pressure in the joint capsule, causing irritation, and that's more common in females, only due to because females' hips are meant to be wider for childbirth or childbearing. So that's where you would find a more common issue with the acetabulum covering the femoral head a little bit more, or over covering the femoral head. And again, surgical consult might be the best option for these types of issues. But again, going to a professional or either your doctor or a physical therapist that sends you back to your doctor, if they seem that that's a more appropriate approach. Okay, so don't try to self-diagnose. Don't go on to WebMD or take this as your WebMD and then go, oh, tengo esto, me duele esto, so it must be this. So that'd be more something that would need further imaging. You're not getting better with therapy, and it's not going away, and it's very irritable. Okay, so again, covering today more of a surgical consult aspect of the hip pain or things that may cause hip pain. Okay. Anything else to cover today?
No, I think we got everything.
Did we cover everything that we wanted to cover today?
Yeah.
All right. So you can find us again on eliteathlete.online, which is up there, or you could find us on woofpack.store.
Woofpack.store.
All right.
On
and
Instagram.
That's all up and running, right?
Yes.
That's better. I know you were having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, a little bit, but right now we're okay.
We're good right now until further notice.
Yes.
All right. You can also find us on Instagram on LeijaLift _,
and Victor Leija _.
All right. And then I usually make the videos on TikTok, so you can find those videos on TikTok too. And then I think that's it for today. You could also follow maybe I'll start posting like the fantasy football scores on Instagram too.
Oh yeah.
Just so I can show I'm not lying about it.
Yeah.
You can see that I'm actually on.
You should have done this last year when I was actually really.
Well, when you were out, yeah.
But now when you're up, you want to show that.
Bro.
Yeah,
we'll come up with ideas.
Cowboys.
Be like me. Son is a habit.
What?
Get like me.
You haven't won anything in like 4 years.
Hey, it's all good though. I have the most trophies in the league. All right. Esto por hoy. Ya terminamos. Dale.